welcome to Fightheads MMA. It's me, Miss Nikki. I am still here in Mason City, Iowa. I'm here at Elite Boxing, and look who I have with me today. Tell them who you are, young lady.
My name is Helen Peralta, and I'm a professional mixed martial artist fighting out of Fairfield, Iowa. And I'm getting ready to make my debut as a bare knuckle boxer.
Oh my goodness. And this is her coach. Tell them who you are, coach.
My name is Mark Kenson, and I'm the head coach of Elite Boxing Academy.
Oh man, thank you for having Fightheads MMA come over here and talk to you guys. You are getting ready to show your skill set on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 7, correct?
Correct.
All right, you get ready to go against Christine Misfit Ferrer. She is currently our 125 American champion, but it looks like you guys are going to be fighting for what belt?
The world title.
OMGGG. Congratulations, young lady. This is a big thing right now. You get ready to do this very soon. How did this fight even come to fruition?
I'm not 100% sure. I believe that perhaps they couldn't find an opponent for her. I remember trying to get in the promotion, and I didn't think I have the credentials to do so. But I woke up one day and Miss Christine had called me out. So I'm like, oh, this might be my ticket. And then within 24 hours, I got the offer. All I had to say was, yep. And then he said August 10th, and I was like, that's the perfect day.
Oh, wow. So she actually brought this on herself.
Yeah, she got me the job. Thank you, Christine.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your background, your history coming into this, your fight life and your fight career.
Well, my background, I'm a professional chef. And then one day I was watching a fight that somebody told me I should have seen. It was Ronda Rousey getting knocked out by Holly Holm. I didn't know who either of them were. And we were just having some drinks in my house. And then somebody's like, you gotta see, how can you not know who Ronda Rousey is? So he shows me the video, and as I'm watching, I don't know who was who. And I'm like, she should do this, she should do that. And then one of my friends said, well, it's easy to say that when you're sitting on the outside. And I was really drunk, and I was like, well, watch me do it. Then the next day I woke up with a headache. I probably drank more than everybody else. And I'm about to fix my hangover with some beer. And then I remember saying I was going to be champion. And I'm looking at the beer. And I remember my friend's face. Like, they did not believe I can do it. So I put it down. I was like, of course I don't believe in you. You don't even believe in yourself. What the hell are you doing right now? You know, so then that same night I messaged Dylan Muniz, who became my first MMA coach. And I said, hey, what do I got to do? I want to be champion. I want to stop smoking and drinking. And I can't recall exactly what he said, but it pretty much translated into show up. And I showed up, and I kept showing up, and I'm still doing that. And within less than 2 years of training, without taking any breaks, I put everything aside. I quit my job. I just concentrating on training. 100%, yeah. I've been broke since I made that decision. I decided that fighting is not something you want to be bad at. So I decided to give it 100%. Within less than 2 years, I had a contract with BKFC. And I just kept fighting. I fought everybody that wanted to fight. 50% of my fights got canceled because the opponent didn't make weight or didn't show up or something. But I was always there. I fought at 145, 135, 125. Finally found my weight class at 115 once I stopped being a chef, right? So chef, you eat a lot. You can't cut weight. So then I was 115 fighter, but Bare Knuckle FC does not have a 115 strawweight division. So we are fighting at 125.
You know, Sheena Stars,
which is featherweight for boxing.
Sheena Stars trying to get y'all 115 division over there.
Then I'll come down and take that belt too.
Oh, damn! She is with the it's today. Y'all heard what she said.
I don't look very girly, but my fondness for shiny things, that's perhaps my girliest attribute. I swear to God, it's just if it shines, I like it.
So, have you thought about your name possibly ever being inducted into that Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Oh, silky. Now, y'all, we gotta keep a close eye on this. This is coming up very fast. Tell me, since this is your first bare knuckle fight, what have you changed in your training to get ready for this particular fight?
Well, everything is, there's a lot of unknowns as far as like, oh, what does it feel like to get hit bare knuckle? I have been hit bare knuckle because I did a lot of bare knuckle fighting on the street, but they were not trained fighters. You know, this is a professional fighter. She comes from a professional camp. I know about her coach, Dwayne Cooper. He's a great coach. So I'm expecting certain level of skill. So I'm expecting, somebody to be fast and have really good footwork, fast hands. So the training was focusing on speed, tone it down on the power so I don't break my hands, focusing on conditioning, your knuckles, your body, so you can take body shots, so you can move around, being able to hold a squat for 30 minutes, It's crucial so that I never find myself tired and coming up. I mean, 30 minutes is a lot more than the fight, but you know, you have to add the stress of the lights and being out there, the ghetto drunk people yelling random things at you, you know, that happens. So you gotta be able to, you gotta train your mind and then train your body. So differently, we're focusing more on precision. We're focusing more on accuracy. We're focusing more on being conditioned. We're focusing more on our mental game. Like, because, you know, it's easy to say you want to be in a bare knuckle fight or even just a regular fight. But what happens, even a loser can keep going when they're winning. But what happens when you're laying down on your ass? Are you going to get up or are you going to look at the ref for help? Are you going to look at the doctor like, please get me out of here? Or you're just going to get right back up and knock this bitch's head off? I mean, lady. Sorry. I get so emotional because like it's right there, you know.
I understand. So, Coach Mark, how did you and this young lady become, you know, what you guys are now? You're a coach and she's your student, and you guys are getting ready to step onto a huge stage together.
Funny that you asked that. I met Helen years ago at an amateur boxing event.
Okay.
I was with one of my kids and I was getting her ready for her fight, and I knew Helen's manager at the time, and I seen them coming in through the doorway, and I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing? I was like, not much, man. What are you guys doing here? He was like, oh, no, I got one of my fighters here that's going to fight. I was like, oh, sweet. And I looked, and I was like, so you got your USA passbook and passport and all that? He's like, what? I was like, oh, snap. I was like, yeah, you got to have let me show you, USA coach's passbook. And I think at the time, too, she just had got her USA book to fight. So she got all that to fight. But she didn't have her book. She didn't have a piece of paper or whatever. So I was like, I don't think they're going to let you corner her, man. The USA Boxing is very strict about that stuff, man. So go see what's up. So hour or so come by and they come running to me, hey, Mark, man, they're not going to let me corner her or nothing like that. Do you think you can help her out? I was like, I got you. So I go back there in the back locker room, whatever like that. I got Helen for the first. I don't even know who she is. So we're back there holding mids. And I'm like, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, this girl got some potential.
Don't do that.
So right away, I said, hey, listen, this is what we're going to focus on. Don't do this. Don't do that. Keep your straight punches and this and that. I think we're going to be good. We're going to be good. After that, let's get through this and the rest will be history. So Steve comes up to me and goes, listen, man, this girl is like something else, man. Like, she has a lot of heart and she has no quit in her. So you just go in and you just tell her, don't stop. I was like, what this fool got me into, man? What this? I was like, all right, man.
Zero skills I had.
So we get into the ring. I walk her out and we get to the ring. And I want to say after that, everything's been history. It's been a history, you know what I mean? She did her job. She won. And then we've been two peas in a pod ever since then. We went to the Ringside World Tournament. She's fought a lot of boxing. She's been here in and out. My house is her house. She comes here in town for training camp. So it's been a blessing to have her in here at the gym. Other fighters like seeing her come here. The kids here like seeing her here. So this girl's like one hard-working girl, you know what I mean? And I'm glad to have her here a part of the team. You know,
so for you, Helen, once you got that invite for Bare Knuckle, like there was nobody else on your list of people that you wanted to go, you know, you got your people that you're training with for this, but you wanted him. You wanted Mark to come and train you for this.
I always come here for my training camps. There's no training camps unless I come here. For my last MMA fight, I wasn't physically able to train, so I didn't come here for that one. Okay. But I always come here, you know, just to get it's crazy. I always think I'm in shape until I get here.
He make you work.
Man, there's this bike, and one day he's going to come in. They call it the red eye. That one right there, I don't know what he did to it, but that's not no normal bike. No,
the one with the red handles?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know what you're doing over everything.
He had me doing that between sparring round, and then my opponent is just sitting and resting.
Dude, for you, what's the most important thing for her going into this fight?
For me, for her, the most important thing is just make sure we're in tip-top shape. Helen, she has the heart. She has boxing skills. We know we're going to go to Bare Knuckle. You know, we got to make sure we keep our hands up, and we got to make sure we're in shape going into the fights. That way we continue throwing a lot more volume of punches. You know, so, and she's in tip-top shape. I think we're going to come out victorious. It's going to be really good.
Oh, wow. It's definitely going to be a good fight. I'm not expecting it to be an easy fight.
It's going to be a very, very she's a very tough fighter. The one, Christina, whoever she's fighting, I don't even know the young lady's name.
Christine, do you want her to punch you when you're
Christine.
there?
Right.
Christine, you know,
Forgive him, Christine, he don't know.
For me as a coach, you know, when I watch fighters, when I do look them up and I watch fighters, they have to, now that I'm a coach now, once was fighter, now that I'm a coach now, you have to wow me to keep me interested in watching you. So I watched a couple of her stuff, and all of them that I've seen is been the same. And the last Bare Knuckle Fighting that I've seen, she watched, her opponent wasn't, it was just somebody to give her, you know? So I think this right here is a good step up for Helen and a good step up for her. So I think it's going to be an awesome fight. Like Helen said, she has a great team. She has a great coach. Mm-hmm. I don't know him personally, but I know of him. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fight work. So I'm very excited for this fight. You know?
So you're going to corner Helen and at Bare Knuckle, huh?
Yes.
You better do that.
Who else you guys going to take? I think it's, 3 people y'all can take? She can take
It's 2 people plus they provide a corner man. And they have Stitch. Like you don't want to.
Yes, Stitch is the best in the world. Yes, that's our man. So this is a huge fight. This is a world title fight. What's your energy like inside your body right now?
Well, right now, because it's getting closer,
this is not
something it up, and I'm starting to think about the people and about the movement. Now, right now, I feel like this thing in my stomach just want to come out. Okay. I call it Iansa because of my fight name, but I don't really have a name for it. It's just, it takes over. Like, even when I didn't know how to box, when I met him and we were fighting a girl, she knew how to box. I didn't know how to box. And I was fighting at 141. I weighed at 133 with stuff in my pocket so they would let me fight because I was too light. And she was a boxer. I don't know how to box. I didn't know how to box. I didn't plan anything. It's just my body does this thing when I'm in it. Like, if you hit me hard, my body does this thing and it looks pretty on the outside, but I can tell you right now, I don't know how to do it. It's just, it's Iansa. She does it. She takes over, and she's now just getting meaner and meaner because she hasn't come out in a while. She had to come out now for a big meal. She want to take somebody's soul, you know. But it's the name of the sport, and I'm sure everybody will understand that that's what you have to do when you go in there. And plus, it's an spiritual experience, you know. She's not gonna die from it. She'll come back and she'll be stronger, and there'll be more fights. But it's my time.
Oh, you know, there's levels to this game. There's levels to boxing. There's levels to mixed martial arts. Again, I watched this girl not know anything about boxing, you know, but there's also levels to mental game, the mental aspect of the game. You got to have a good mental, you know, it's 90% mental, 10% physical. I watched her step into tournaments, amateur tournaments, not having zero fights, 1 fight against girls that had 20, 30 fights and been training boxing since they were kids. You know, especially at the world tournament that we took her to a couple years ago, where, you know, because she had 0 fights, they wanted her to participate in the novice division. I'm looking like, if you want this girl to participate in the novice division, she's going to crush them. Like, literally crush these girls. You want to put her in the open so she can be tested. They're like, are you sure? Lady, I am positive. Put her in the open tournament. That's where she belongs. Don't look at her record. It doesn't matter. Just throw her in there. She went in there. She did an awesome job. She went in there against a young lady that was like ranked and did awesome. We lost, but she did amazingly good.
We made it to the semifinal at 141 because they didn't have people in my weight class.
And at a weight,
I had to go up at 140.
And at a weight
Putting
class.
stuff in your pockets again, huh?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had to do that. I had to do that again.
You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. It's just that her mental aspect is totally different. So like I said, this is gonna be an awesome fight. This is really gonna be fireworks. So the fans are gonna love this fight for sure.
Do you have a pre-fight ritual?
Yeah. When I'm about to come out, because I'm a very nice person, I might not look like it, but I'm really nice.
Yeah.
When I'm about to come out, I start thinking about, it just came across. Before as an amateur, I would just go in there and I think about it, go out there, and I would hit the girl, and if I knew she was already defeated, I wouldn't want to hit her anymore. I remember one of my second amateur fight, my corner was saying, throw the body kick, you know. And I said, but she's already hurt. Like, I don't want to hurt her anymore. She already lost mentally. If I went to decision, it was like torturing an animal slowly. So I made it worse by not pulling the trigger. But now what I tell myself is like, I want it to be fast. She's going to want it to be done fast. At least so she can, recover quicker. There's no need to do extra damage. It's not a personal thing. It's a matter of we're both testing our skills. We're both going to make each other better. But at the end of the day, it has to do with your skills, of course, but something else. We're not just operating in a physical plane. There's a lot more going on. You can have all the mechanics and be really good at it, but there's that 80% that is just mental, and it's your energy. It's a combination of all of those things working together in harmony. We call it flow. So right before I come out, I start getting my mind into flow. Now I channel it because now I have a name for it. I call it Iansa. I'm like, Iansa, it's time to eat. Iansa, it's time to eat. Let's go out there. I do it for the haters more than I do it for the fans. The fans already love me. The haters need a reason to love me. And I'm going to give them one come August 10th.
Oh my goodness. So if you obtain this world title, do you plan on sticking around to defend it and, build it out?
Yes.
At Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship?
Yeah. I want to do 5 more years of fighting. I want to continue to compete in MMA. I can't wait till I do some MMA now that my striking is getting better. I want to do kickboxing for Glory Kickboxing just to test myself. Okay. And I definitely want to continue doing bare knuckle boxing because it makes you better in life. Like now I know how far things are. Like it's almost like I'm psyche. I can read people better because getting ready for this is some serious shit we're about to do, right? Absolutely. The consequences, the stakes are high. So it makes your mind clear, Right. My mind is clear. My body is like, I'm in amazing physical shape. And I know I'm doing it because I see the challenge. When you have something to aim for, everything is better. Everything, you now have a direction. You're going someplace. Mm-hmm. And it's just pointing up. I'm going all the way up.
Do you think it's going to be a lot of people that want to get at you once you get this belt?
I hope so, but you know what? That's why I wanted the fight to be quick, but I don't want it to be too impressive. Because the reason why I have so little fight is because girls don't really want to get hit. Unfortunately, they want to have the option to tap out. So when you take that option away from them, in a bare knuckle situation, you can't tap out. You can tap out with your body by, just pretty much letting Stitch know that you're ready to get out of there, so he can go like, oh yeah, it's too bad, okay, stop the fight. That's the only thing you can do, but there's no glory in that. Most of these girls, they don't really want to fight. They want to post about fighting. They want to take a lot of cute pictures, which I enjoy, so keep it up. I follow them, I get it. I'm guilty of it myself. So, but they don't want to get hit. They don't want to get blasted in the face, and that's what happened in bare knuckle. So a lot of girls want to step up. I'm not sure. I do hope so, because in the end, no matter how much, of course, when I'm thinking about training, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get her, all this stuff. But you need an opponent. You can't go in there and just punch yourself. It's not going to work. So yeah, I'm hoping that more people will want the title so that I have a reason to keep it up. A lot of people think like when you're successful, then you get there, oh yeah, I'm successful, I can relax. No, now you got to keep that shit up. Now you're up there where everybody want to go. And there's not that much space. So you don't want anybody to push you off that cliff.
She's so right about that. That with the bare knuckle comes a lot of nicks and cuts and things of that nature from y'all tagging each other with your bare hands. Are you preparing yourself mentally to fight through a cut, or you know what I'm saying? You can get a mouse and all that under your eye, make it swell up in the middle of the fight. Are you ready to mentally fight through all of that to get to that belt?
I have fought. I mean, not against professional, but I have fought like that, where I'm just like, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. And now what are you gonna do? You're gonna stay down? It's just gonna get worse. You gotta get back up. You gotta get back up. You gotta muster that courage, and you gotta get your ass up, or things are gonna get worse. Why would you get into a bare knuckle boxing match if you're not thinking? I already imagine myself all cut up. I start from the worst to the best. I imagine myself all cut up and continuing, and I also imagine myself knocking her out with the first punch.
You're right.
You gotta take into consideration everything, And like scars, I like tattoos. Why wouldn't I want a scar? It has a better story.
Trophy right there. Or do you have any concerns about being able to clinch with your opponent, that half a clinch, and y'all can still punch each other? And you love it? That's right up your alley?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
goodness. Because I have never been, well now I'm getting better, but I've never considered myself to be a good boxer because again, my coaches will focus on the ground game. So I've always done better when I'm closer. Because that way I don't have to have fancy footwork like you. Now it's just about how many you can take, and again, I don't have to think about it. It's just like my body knows where to go when I'm close. When I'm far away, I can also do a lot of damage, probably one punch at a time, which is great for bare knuckles because it's bare knuckle. One punch at a time will do the work too. So we're prepared to do it anyways. If she wants to get close, I hope she does. And then why wouldn't she?
Do you think it is a little bit smarter to have some combos prepared for this too?
Well, yeah, you wanna have like a game plan, but then again, life is what happens to your plan. You go in there with a plan, you try to stick to it, but it's not gonna work. And I can tell when somebody's sticking to a plan. I can tell because they look, they look like, I'm not sure about this, but my coach is telling me to do it. So I'm gonna go for it because you're supposed to, and they can see better from the outside, but I can always hear what they're saying.
Have you thought about the perimeter of that ring that you're going to be fighting in, that squared circle?
Yeah, I have. And that's one of the big unknowns that we have not been able to recreate because we do not have that. I have been listening to a lot of interviews and stuff, trying to look for clues. So I know that it doesn't bounce. The rope doesn't bounce. So it's a good knowledge to have. The space, we have make circles and try to move in a circle. But once I get to the venue, I'll probably get on there to get a better feel of it.
Yes.
Everything else will be the same. Again, you can just imagine a smaller square inside that circle. And there you are.
Yeah.
If anything, now I have extra space.
And you know, there's a circle inside the circle that he asked you guys to stand in and just trade and bang. You know what? I think for a lot of the fighters, not only were you guys shocked that he said that, but I think some people literally took him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really wanted us to do that. At the end of the day, it's y'all's choice.
Yeah, it's about getting the win. You don't want to be dumb. I mean, like, of course, you know, if your opponent is going like that and you go over there, you need to know what you're going over there for.
That's a sucker move to me, doing all of that, because then you inviting somebody to a fight, you don't know what you're going to get. So when you do this, you got to be ready to really stand and trade.
Yes,
don't do it if you're not ready to stand and trade.
Some people do it because it looks cool.
What you said.
And I can tell I can tell the difference. You know, sometimes I'm sparring, I go all over to spar, but I'm always at someone else's gym, so I'm always the one who has to be polite. You know, there was this girl hit me so hard, my feet got cold. I'm like, I thought she was an amateur because the way she moved, so I was trying to be polite, and all of a sudden, boom, and I'm like, oh. And I have this thing where I can't see people's size, so I thought it was big. We were the same size, and I found out she fights at 142. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because I never been hit that hard. And then I came back, and I wanted to knock her out, but I didn't. I went to the body, and then she was like, I'm gonna go over there to go with the boys. I'm like, yeah, you go do that.
So when you win this world title, do Miss Nikki get her post-fight interview with you so we can we can show off that belt, and you know what I'm saying, just live it up a little bit, you know. Coach, for you, do you trust, once she steps in this squared circle, do you trust that she is going to be able to utilize the tools that you guys are giving her in this camp for this fight?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Is she a good listener when she's in that ring?
An excellent listener.
Okay.
Especially after watching her do what she did yesterday. She listened to everything that I told her to do. On the bike, off the bike, take your breath, breathe, and go to work. You know what I mean? So yeah, always.
I'm traumatized for
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's one of your favorite things, is it?
You always gotta trust your fighter with everything that you teach them. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, so as far as boxing, you and Helen, what level have you feel like you've gotten her to from where you found her, where you met her, where y'all got together? Where do you think she's?
From point A to point B, she's
from this.
She's up there, man. She's up there. She can strike with the best.
Did you ever think that she would be doing bare knuckle?
To be honest, no.
You did.
I didn't think a lot of people would be doing bare knuckle, but I guess it's a thing now, so it is what it is. You know? So, hey.
What is your favorite cheat food, young lady? I know you got some cheat foods that you like to have.
Well, especially with for this training camp, I'm not cutting weight, so it's like every meal is a cheat meal for me. And for me, it's just the quantity. I always try to eat clean because I like the way I feel. I don't like the way I feel when I eat trash. Every now and then, if I don't have any other option, I do it. But immediately, my body's like, "What are you doing? You're a professional athlete. What are you, retarded?" I was like, "Yeah, my bad. I just shouldn't have eaten that." But you know, I don't have a particular cheat meal. I love cake, but I've been off the cake for like 12 months. I've been doing actually like 8 months. But
that's still a long time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
before it was a real issue for me because I would cry sometimes because I just wanted a piece of cake and I couldn't have it.
What's your favorite cake?
Chocolate.
Oh my goodness, we are best of friends because chocolate is my thing too.
Really nice. I let it get room temperature. Never eat it cold. Get it room temperature. Get it a little warm.
Yes. Stop playing. Me and her gonna be best friends. When you win this belt, I'm gonna have somebody bake us a cake. Chocolate cake. Oh my goodness. How did your friends, family, and your fan base react to you doing bare knuckle?
I think it's like the big pink elephant in the room. My fans, I don't know how to feel about it. It's like, why is she doing that? What is, they don't, most people, and a lot of people don't even get it. There's people who know me for a while, and they still think I'm a boxer. I've never had a professional boxing match, just because they can't differentiate. They just follow my page because they like me, or they like the workouts I put up. You know, you can choose your target. I don't target other fighters. Most fighters don't want you to be successful, to be honest. You know, nobody wants you to super pass them or whatever. So I cater more to the regular people. I try to share like cooking knowledge, or I'm a professional chef,
Yes.
or you know, workout. So those people, they follow and they're kind of confused. My family never gets involved. You know, there's no fighting in Dominican Republic. I'm from Dominican Republic. People play baseball, and then if they get into a fight, they have guns. You know, they don't understand why would you want to like just go fight someone when you could just. And we're all good at it.
Because it's easy to stand over here and shoot somebody.
Yeah,
it's hard
and
to get
talk.
up
It's
and
easy
get up
to
in
do
that.
But
in
yeah,
the
my
middle with
grandmother
them.
asked me the other day, she's like, "You're so smart. Why are you doing this?" I'm like, "Why wouldn't I?" She goes, "But you have so much. You're so smart." I'm like, "So are the rest of the family. And where are you right now? Most of you are unhappy. You're not happy with your life. I am so happy with the way I look. I am so happy with the way I feel. I am so happy with the people I have around me. I am so happy with what I do. And that walk, man, that walk to that cage. And I have walked that cage knowing I'm gonna lose. I have walked that cage to the cage or believing I'm gonna lose and then turn around because it doesn't really psych me out. I have walked out thinking I'm gonna get my ass beat in front of all my friends and family, and then it turns around. Oh, friends, my family never shows up. But that there's a feeling, you know, it's like your entire nervous system is being tickled at the same time. That the nerve ends, so every single neuron in your body is being tickled at the same time. It's better than an orgasm and it lasts longer. You know, I could not even imagine. Some people will never experience that. Not only that, it's a shortcut for life. You learn so much about yourself, whether you win or lose, in one fight, in whatever, 15, 30 minutes, however long it is, than you would in 20 years. You know, you find out who you really, really, really are. Some people never do. You know, just training for this, I feel like I aged 10 years. And not in the sense of deterioration of my body, but in the sense of wisdom. I feel so much smarter. I feel like a psychic. It's like I can predict what people are going to do when they're moving, how they're going to move, what they're going to say, and I always have an answer because I already know what you're going to say. It's an amazing experience, you know. Of course, there are consequences. But when you let your drunk friend drive you home, you're risking more than me. Okay? When you don't speak up when you should, you're risking more than me. When you stay in a relationship that's not good for you, you're risking more than me. When I get in the ring, it's scheduled, we both agree on it, we train for it. That's completely different. That's not an accident. It's a sport.
Absolutely. Damn, young lady, I like how you put that. That's what I'm talking about. So, leaving Elite today, you're going to be moving on. You got a few more, couple little things to bring it all together before your fight. Where are you going from here?
From here, I'm going back to Fairfield, Iowa. That's where I live.
Okay.
To tighten up some things with my other coach, my other striking coach, Dylan Muniz. Then from there, I'm going to Cedar Rapids to throw down. I had another friend who decided to throw down with MMA gloves. I'm not going to spar with boxing gloves anymore.
Okay.
Of course, it's control. I'm not trying to be hurt before the fight.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of control. I mean, I can really I can spar an 8-year-old kid and still get a workout. Not just for them to work, but also for me. There's always something you can work on. So it's just kind of getting used to somebody throwing leather, you know, throwing fists at you. Work mostly on defense. When I go spar with girls, I don't hit them, or I try not to unless they get too cocky in the movement, you know. And it's good for them to know not to neglect their defense. You know, I'm always just working on my defense. That's why I don't throw much when I'm sparring. I work on my defense, and if you get reckless, then I'll hit you a few times to let you know, like, you know, respect my movement. But I'm not trying to get him. I'm trying to work on my defense, make sure that just defense, good defense is the best offense sometimes.
Oh my goodness. I'm excited to see your upcoming bout.
Me too.
I did not know
I get
we
to
were
watch
going to
from
have
inside the cage.
such a game opponent for Christine Misfit Ferreira, but you are here, young lady. You and her have just a little bit of history. Y'all knew each other even before all this bare knuckle stuff came up, and y'all knew each other, right?
Yeah, we were friendly on social media, you know. I remember cheering her on for her first fight. That girl didn't show up, and I was so mad. I'm like, why did you not show up? She works so hard. She does work hard.
Yes.
I bought one of her shirts and I wore it for a whole week when she won the title. Yeah, because every time I get out of the gym, I just shower, get out of the gym, put my shirt on, and then go home, and then go to sleep. You know,
Right.
I didn't get to like move around. So, but for a whole week, I was so excited. You know, I think in one of my videos, I'm wearing her shirt. I was like, I'm punching the back bare knuckles because I was so happy.
I'm gonna have to find, man, you gonna have to link up on, I don't know, some people. You know, for you, what makes you want to do this? What makes you want to do this outside of being challenged by your friends, outside of seeing somebody else do it? What drives you to get up every day and go to the gym, work yourself half to death, not have the fun foods you want to eat, not being able to go out and hang out with the friends, and you sacrifice. You gotta tone down your life a whole lot in order to be a professional and real fighter. How what makes you, what motivates you?
Well, when I first started, it was more for mental stability. You know, a lot of people. I've always been very successful at everything I do. I was a really good chef. I was about to go to another country to open a tapas restaurant. You know, I'm good at everything I do. If you tell me to map this floor is going to be better mapped than it's ever been. It can be really mundane, or it can be something really smart and tactical, and I can do both. But I was in a bad place mentally. You know, I felt like there was something missing. There was something missing. I didn't know what it was. And I was drinking a lot of alcohol, trying to just numb the pain that I didn't even know where it was coming from. And I know a lot of people suffer with things like that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm always there for everybody, but nobody ever takes a chance to look at me, see if I'm okay. So it's like, there was something missing, you know. And then when I started training, it was like a lot of family, you know. It gives you something to do, it gives you a reason to get up. I remember my first workout, you know, I had drank before going to class, and I was smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. It was rough. And that inspired me, and that inspired me to stop smoking.
You were smoking and drinking before you go to practice?
Oh, yeah. And I wouldn't even
crazy.
pour it in a glass. Why do that? I was living by myself, just grab the bottle and drink straight from it, you know. So I was doing it for mental stability at the beginning, and it was sacrifice that was making me healthier. But then now, to me, it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. I love the lifestyle. I enjoy every second of it. You know, every now and then, like that bike, you know, you feel like you might have made the wrong career choice, but that's the only time. I don't feel like that when I get hit. When I get hit, I always smile back, because I'm like, all right, bitch, we're on. It's a fight, and you just crossed the line. Let's go. You know, it's different.
So when is y'all's first press conference for this upcoming Bare Knuckle? Have they told you that?
And not yet. I'm assuming it will be Friday after weigh-ins or something, maybe Thursday.
Okay, see, I'm surprised, because that would be two title fights on this card. So I'm thinking they would have had a little more build up for y'all, you know. Maybe it's because it's coming so soon after the last Bare Knuckle.
Yeah.
They haven't had the chance to regroup, but I don't know. But I think they should be big, and this should be absolutely. And Jason Knight is not going to be on the card because he's got an injury he's got to heal up from. So why don't we make y'all the main event?
Well, let him know.
Make y'all the main event. I have been rallying for you girls to have a main event fight on the Bare Knuckle. I want to see that so bad for y'all. I think y'all would be exciting. I think people would tune in for that, and especially for this upcoming one. I think y'all would be great. You and Christine both have a lot of dog in y'all, and y'all both like to talk, and it's gonna be some energy between you and her.
Like
that face off is gonna be off the chain. Oh my god, that face off gonna be off the chain. Don't let me look up there, y'all pushing and shoving each other and all that stuff.
We're gonna charge you double. You're enjoying yourself too much. Double the amount per per brother.
Oh my goodness. Oh, tell me, how many fights is on your contract for Evicta?
I got one more fight.
One more fight?
And then comes the juicy part, the renegotiation of the contract.
Okay, so you do want to renegotiate.
Of course, I love BKFC.
Stay with Evicta.
I love being out there, yeah. Especially now that I'm going to be a real striker.
Oh my goodness. So where do you think that'll put you once you know, if you go over here to Bare Knuckle and win this world title, where do you think that puts you in the rankings at Evicta? Does it keep you where you're at and you still have to grow that way, or do you think it opens a door or two for you to move up a little bit?
Well, I don't think it will move you in ranking because it's a different sport.
Well,
but once you go renegotiate the contract, it's a business, you know.
Okay.
Like once I put my name out there and more people hear of it, they're gonna want me in the car, and then I'll become more value as a fighter. But I don't think ranking wise will make any difference.
I didn't mean to use the word ranking. I meant your value.
Yeah, I think
you're
value
right.
will definitely go
I couldn't
up.
think of the word.
Yeah, because more people want to see, you know, oh my gosh, she won the title in Bare Knuckle, but can she grapple? It's like, I'm not going there to grapple, girl.
True that. And you know, the MMA fans are going to be looking at this as all your other weapons are being taken away besides your striking. So how well are you going to do at Bare Knuckle? So that's going to be the draw, is to see, you're going to have both fan bases looking at you. You're going to have boxing, you're going to have kickboxing, and you're going to have MMA. Everybody's going to be watching.
That's the great thing about bringing
because
MMA.
they want to see exactly what you bring to the table. They want to see if they're going to be able to challenge you, whether you win, lose, or draw in this upcoming Bare Knuckle fight. They want to be able to see what they can come at you with and draw you out. So it's going to be interesting to see how, the closer you get to the fight, how you deal with the underscore pressures, those lights, those interviews, those being in the same room with your opponent, but y'all not fighting.
I love that stuff.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love
that
that
kind
stuff.
of thing.
It feels like it's like something here and it's like tickles and it moves
See?
here, you know. And then it goes in my eye for some reason, and I can feel it right here. And it's happened a few times, and I always want to say something funny, but I try not
Make
to
your
because I
eye
don't want to
twitch.
sound cocky, you know. And it just makes me want to say funny stuff, and I just like the energy. It just makes you feel alive. People get on roller coaster. That thing's terrifying. Why do you think they do it? Because
You scared of roller coasters?
Well, you know, it's like I have no control. You know, in a bare knuckle fight, I can punch her in the face. In a roller coaster, what am I going to do?
And see, I'd rather get on a roller coaster than to get into a fight.
No, roller coaster,
Oh my goodness.
I'll take a knee there.
Is there anything that you, Coach, you, Helen, what do y'all want the world to know before we shut this off and just give this to the world and let them know you coming August 10th? It's going down. Ain't no backing out. Ain't no not making weight. None of that. It's just going. We stepping in the square ring and we're going to step in the square circle and we're going to get it on. What do you want them to know?
I just want them to not take my word for it. I might not know what the hell I'm talking about. Just tune in. Just tune in if you want to be entertained.
Respect. Coach?
What she said. Get ready for some fireworks. Everybody tune in, man. Let's have a good time. That's about it, man. It's going to be an awesome show. It's going to be an awesome fight. You know? So I'm very excited.
Coach, you and I'm going to wait until after the fight. You and I are going to revisit because I want to do my own interview with you. But I wanted to have you two together because you're going to be right there beside that ring. You're going to be screaming out at this young lady while she's up there fighting for that world title. And I wanted to have you two guys together. I want them to see y'all faces. So when you're walking out to that ring on August 10th, they'll be like, we know her. This is a fight we've been waiting to see. You see what I'm saying?
I can use some of that.
I know that's right, baby girl. Good luck. Stay focused, and I'll see you after your upcoming bare knuckle. And congratulations for getting on this card. Congratulations on being able to fight for this world title, and just congratulations on all the elevation you've had in your career since you started. I know it's not easy, and I know it's something that you guys sacrificed a whole lot for. And thank you from a fan to you as a fighter for sacrificing all that you do in order to give us something to be entertained by. Thank you.
Well, thank you for acknowledging that. I don't think a lot of fans even know, you know, what the things that we do and the things we put on the line, you know.
Some people don't, but you know what? For the most part, I think a lot of us do, and we understand, and that's a big deal. You guys can get hurt at any time. Your career can be over at any time. So every time y'all walk in there, y'all putting everything on the line.
So it's refreshing to hear that from someone else that's not doing it themselves.
Well, you know what? Even as much as I like to watch y'all fight and I love the combat sports, I'm afraid for y'all before y'all go into the fight. You know what I'm saying? I have a little bit of fear for y'all because I know what you guys are doing and I know what the possibilities of it is. So, you know, I don't have no judgment, and I won't ever make y'all feel like what you're doing is not worthy, because it is. Very much so. And thank you for all that y'all do. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So here y'all have it. Lady Helen, she'll be August 10th.